Was Jeffrey Epstein working for the CIA or
No.
some other foreign intelligence organization?
I think the answer is clear that he was. He was not working for the CIA. He wouldn't have any operational value for the CIA. And the CIA can't spy on American citizens, especially American citizens like Bill Gates and Bill Clinton and Alan Dershowitz, et cetera, et cetera. But I think it's absolutely obvious that he was what we call an access agent for the Israeli Mossad. And I say obvious for these reasons. In operational training, they teach you that you cannot recruit the prime minister of the country that you're going to serve in, right? We would all love to. We would all love to recruit the prime minister, get the best information ever in the history of the CIA, and become the director. That's not going to happen. It never ever happens through the history of the CIA. But what you do is you recruit the person who has access to the prime minister. So if you are the Israeli intelligence service and you want to get secret information, may not even be classified so much as it is protected or compartmentalized from the likes of Bill Clinton and Bill Gates and Prince Andrew and Alan Dershowitz and any number of other people who were either on the Lolita Express or at the house in the Caribbean. You recruit somebody who has access to them that can report back to you. Well, what Jeffrey Epstein did was to establish deep and apparently abiding relationships, personal relationships with these people, fly them down, in some cases, dozens of times, set them up with apparently underage girls, and then wire the entire house, the entire house, every room and every bathroom for both video and audio. So, do the Israelis spy on Americans? Absolutely, yes. They always have. They always have. And forgive me, and I'll ask forgiveness from your viewers because I've repeated this on several different podcasts just over the last couple of days. But one of my instructors at the farm, which is the CIA training center, where we all go for our operational training, told me that the best recruitment he ever had in his career was a copy machine repairman. And I remember laughing at the time. And he said, no, hear me out. We all want to recruit the president or the prime minister of the country that we're serving in, but we're not going to. So we recruit the copy machine repairman. Why? Because the prime minister's office has a copy machine, and eventually it's going to need to have the drums cleaned, or it's going to jam and need to have some part put in. And so we recruit the copy machine guy. He goes in and he cleans the drums and he fixes the part, but he also installs a little device that we give him. So every time a copy is made, it transmits another copy back to CIA headquarters. So you've essentially recruited the prime minister, because every piece of paper that goes through that office is going to be transmitted back to the CIA. That's what the Israelis had in Jeffrey Epstein. Not only did he have access to these very important people, he was getting them on audio and video, apparently in compromising positions. So in case you need to use that, what the Russians used to call kompromat, as blackmail, you can. The CIA doesn't like to use blackmail because it just makes people angry at you, and it's not good in establishing a relationship. The Israelis use blackmail all the time. So that's number one. Number two, what in the world is the source of Jeffrey Epstein's wealth? He may have been the lover of Les Wexner, the Ohio billionaire who founded the limited clothing chain. We don't know. That's an allegation that's been made, but Les Wexner gave him tens of millions of dollars, maybe as much as $100 million for what? To be a tax consultant. Jeffrey Epstein didn't graduate from college. What's he know about taxes? That he should make $100 million being a tax consultant to one of the richest men in America. Jeffrey Epstein ended up owning the widest townhouse in New York City. It was worth something like $56 million. He had his own private planes. He had the house in the Bahamas. He had a house in Los Angeles. He was worth at the time of his death more than $500 million. Wow. What in the world was the source of that income? We've never learned. Now, getting to the notion that there is no evidence that exists here. I think Pam Bondi made a couple of unfortunate off-the-cuff remarks. And I want to be clear. I do not blame Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, or Dan Bongino for this. This has been going on since 2006 at least. They have just taken up their positions in the last 6 months. I don't blame them. But Pam Bondi made the unfortunate claim that the file was sitting on my desk. Listen, I know from my CIA time, the director used to say that all the time when I was working there. The file's on my desk. Well, there is no file. What he means is that he's been briefed, or there's been an email, or there's a